Hello friends, welcome to our channel Learn Easy. Today we are starting our Ancient India lecture series. In this session, we begin with Harappan civilization. For several years, this civilization remained silent to historians, and only in the 20th century the remains of this glorious past came unearthed. It was in 1920 Dayaram Sahni, an archaeologist, started excavations in Harappa, present-day Pakistan. In 1921, another archaeologist, R.D. Banerjee, started excavating Mohenjo-daro. The formal announcement of the discovery of Indus Valley Civilization or the Harappan Civilization was made in 1924 by John Marshall. An important and exciting fragment of India's past had thus been uncovered, and the beginnings of the civilization in India were pushed back some 2500 years to a time roughly contemporaneous with the civilization of Mesopotamia and Egypt. Mesopotamian civilization flourished on the banks of the rivers Euphrates and Tigris. Egyptian civilization flourished on the banks of the river Nile. Harappan civilization was the first urban civilization in South Asia. It is also known as Indus Valley Civilization. The first sites of this civilization were discovered in the valley of the Indus and its tributaries. Hence, it got the name Indus Valley Civilization. It is also called as Harappan Civilization. Why? It is based on the archaeological convention of naming a culture after the site where it is first identified. Harappa was the first site to be identified as part of Indus Valley Civilization. Indus Valley Civilization forms a part of proto-history. What is proto-history? Before going into proto-history, let us see another classification of our history into prehistory and history. Prehistory refers to the period before the invention of writing, and history is the period that marks the time after the invention of writing. Proto-history lies in between these two periods. Proto-history is the period between prehistory and history, during which a culture or civilization has not yet developed writing, but other cultures have already noted its existence on their own writings. Harappan civilization forms a part of Bronze Age civilization. It forms a part of Bronze Age civilization because many bronze tools were excavated from Harappan sites. So far, we have used the terms civilization and culture. Let's see what these terms refer to. Civilization refers to a specific cultural stage, generally associated with cities and writings. Please note that there are civilizations without cities and there are civilizations without writings. Don't think that cities and writings are mandatory features of civilization. Next comes the term culture. Archaeologists use the term culture for a group of objects that are distinctive in style, which are usually found together within a specific geographical area and period of time. That's all about the term civilization and culture. Now let's move to the phases of Harappan civilization. Harappan civilization can be classified broadly into three phases: early Harappan or pre-Harappan, mature Harappan, and late Harappan. Early Harappan phase. Its period is from approximately 3200 to 2600 BCE. It is also known as regionalization era. Important features of this phase are: it is also a pre-urban phase. There was not much larger cities, not much expertise in crafts. Most of the settlements were rural in nature. Important sites are Padri in Gujarat, Kalibangan in Rajasthan, Dholavira in Kutch, Harappa in West Punjab, Balakot, Amri in Haryana, and another two sites are Kot Diji and Gamla. One more important feature of this early Harappan phase is that no early Harappan sites were discovered in active Indus plain. This phase is also referred to as Hakra phase of settlements. Why it is known as Hakra phase of settlements? Because these sites flourished on the banks of the river system Gagar Hakra. Let's see some facts about Gagar Hakra rivers. Some scholars identify this Gagar Hakra river system as the Saraswati, which is mentioned in Rig Veda. Gagar Hakra river is a temporary river flowing through India and Pakistan. It is a seasonal river and flows only during the monsoon season. It is known as Ghagar before it reaches the Otto barrage in Haryana, and in the downstream it is known as Hakra. This is about pre-Harappan or early Harappan phase. Now let's move to the mature Harappan phase. This Harappan phase is also referred to as Harappan civilization, and its time period is from 2600 BCE to 1900 BCE. It is also known as integration era. This phase witnessed full-fledged civilization, and it can be correctly called the urban phase of this Indus Valley civilization. We will see in more detail about mature Harappan phase in our next slides, and now let's move to the next slide, that is late Harappan phase. Late Harappan phase is marked by decline in cities. It is also known as post-urban phase. Here, a shift from cities to rural settlements is visible. This phase is also known as localization era, and beyond this phase, the civilization seems to have declined. Now, let's see the important features of the mature Harappan phase. We study the features of mature Harappan phase under the following five heads, that is town planning, society, economy, religion, and agriculture. In this session, we will see in detail the town planning of the Harappan civilization. Remaining four features will be discussed in the upcoming sessions. Let's move to the features of mature Harappan phase. Before moving into town planning, let's see some facts about Harappan civilization. I have mentioned earlier that Harappan civilization was contemporaneous to Mesopotamian and Egyptian civilization. The area covered by Harappan cultural zone was much more than other two contemporary civilizations, and its area ranges between 6,80,000 square kilometer to 8 lakh square kilometer. Now let's see the extension of Harappan civilization. The northernmost site is Manda in Jammu and Kashmir, southernmost Malwan in Gujarat, west Sutkajandor on the Makran coast in Pakistan, and the easternmost site is Alamgirpur in Uttar Pradesh. We have mentioned the westernmost site is Sutkajandor on Makran coast, but it is also important to note that there is an isolated site at Shortugai in Afghanistan. Now let's come to the first feature, town planning. Harappan cities were divided generally into two parts. It had a citadel and lower town. Citadel occupied a smaller area and was frequently situated to the west of the city. Rulers of the city lived here. It also contained public buildings, granaries, and important workshops. Next comes the lower town. Lower town is the place where the common citizens lived, and they had their professions in this area. It should also be noted that in all cities there was no clear-cut division as citadel and lower town. In some places there was citadel within the main building. For example, at Lothal and Surkotoda, citadel complex is not separate and it is located within the main settlement. Please note the places once more, Lothal and Surkotoda. Another place is Dholavira. Here the division is not two, but it is divided into three parts. It had a citadel, a middle town, and a lower town. Another feature of the town planning system of the Harappans were streets and roads were laid in grid pattern cutting almost at right angles, and it is oriented in north-south directions. They used burned bricks for their construction purposes. One of the remarkable features of the Harappan civilization is the uniformity in brick size. That is, they used the dimensions 7 by 14 by 28 for houses and 10 by 20 by 40 for city walls. Thus, we can conclude that they had an identical ratio size of 1 is to 2 is to 4 for bricks used in constructions. Another feature is they had an excellent drainage system. Their drainage system is marked by the fact that each house had a toilet facility. Many houses or groups of houses had separate bathing areas and toilet. Bathing platforms with drains were often located in rooms next to a well. The smaller drains were connected with ultimately a larger drain in the street. The main drains were covered by arches made of brick and stone slabs, and they created rectangular soak pits for collecting solid waste at regular interval. So this feature of covering the slabs as well as covering the drains as well as using rectangular soak pits for collecting solid waste mention about their concern for hygiene. Another feature is they gave importance to privacy. This feature can be witnessed from the fact that their doorways and windows generally faced the side lanes and it rarely opened to the main streets. Also, the view from the lane into the courtyard was blocked by a wall. Some other findings include remains of staircase, and that suggests probably they might have had multi-storied buildings. And they had a very well planned drainage system as well as town system. These are all the important aspects in town planning in the Harappan civilization. So we have completed one session, and in the upcoming sessions we will cover the remaining features, that is society, economy, religion and agriculture. Please stay tuned for the updations, and if you like our video, please like and share. Thank you for watching.